Hello, and welcome back to Mega Man Battle Network. Those of you viewing this LP, this episode probably came out more or less around the same time the last episode did. Just the normal frame of time after an episode comes out. However, we haven't recorded in months. At least not this game.
That's fine, I've been watching the videos as they come out, so I'm actually re-caught up.
Good. So, basically, ringing endorsement for this episode, but I'm not normally the biggest fan of, post-game content in most things, but Battle Network, of course, as we already know, has the problem of the internet, the main internet is really kind of boring and just goes on forever and is very repetitive, and you're going to be seeing a lot of that in the end game. Or post-game, rather. In the meantime, I should mention, we're going to be seeing 3 secret bosses in this episode, so while we beat up our old friends yet again, I have posted the stage select screens from every Mega Man game that I've LP'd yet, to remind you of what they are, because 2 of the secret bosses are actually from the classic series games that I've LP'd. One of them is from a game I've not LP'd, however, there's a pretty good chance you might know who it is if you know anything about the classic series.
So let's see, you want me to guess which 2 are going to show up?
You can guess all 3 of them if you want.
Okay, well I can never remember any of them that aren't right in front of me outside of the first game. So, can I ask 3 questions like this is some sort of ancient riddle?
Alright.
Oh fuck, I didn't have questions.
Ancient riddle or guess who. If you want, I could speak briefly about sort of the, robot master distribution in this game, if you want a little more time.
Yeah, give me the stats.
Alright. So you might have noticed that a lot of the Battle Network 1, Navis and really characters in general, are largely based on Mega Man 1. Obviously Mega Man, that's without question. Dr. Light's sort of here. He's dead, but, his kid and his grandkid are here, so they're the continuation of Hikari. Dr. Wily, of course, and then you've got Roll, and you've got Gutsman, Iceman, Fireman, who is the first boss in this game, which is much different than it should actually be in Mega Man Classic. Let's see, Elecman. Oddly enough, the only major boss from Mega Man 1 that's missing in this game is Cutman, which is weird because I feel like, other than Gutsman, Cutman's like the Mega Man 1 boss.
He's the favorite, everybody loves Cutman.
He knows Kung Fu. So, the games don't always follow that exact pattern of just Mega Man 2 does have a lot of Mega Man Battle Network 2 has a lot of Mega Man 2 bosses, but again, it mixes it up ever so slightly. And I think as the series gets farther along, they sort of ditch being connected to their respective games. But there are definitely some differences even in this game. Number Man, of course, is not a robot master at all.
The original character Do Not Steal.
Proto Man's in this game. He, of course, doesn't appear until Mega Man 3 in the classic series. Stone Man, oddly enough, the weird kind of incidental boss, not from this game. He's from Mega Man 5. But, have I stalled for enough time?
Alright, I'm going to guess Metal Man and Shadow Man.
Alright, we shall see if those are true later.
I decided to forego the questions because I just couldn't think of any stupid questions. I was like, oh, does it end in man? Like, oh yeah, good joke, Loka. That took you a whole 5 seconds to come up with, asshole.
It's a Navi that ends in EXE.
Let's see, was this Robot Master extensively used during the Vietnam War?
Nope. Oh, hey, it's your favorite NPC type.
It's that bastard.
So, at the moment, I'm going around looking at all of the quizzes you can find near the end game, or possibly earlier, but I didn't bother looking at them until now. Oh, wow, fuck you. I, of course, have a guide for these because what the fuck?
I always hate things like this.
Yeah, it's... like, this is fine that this is an actual question. Gutsman took it over, the bastard. You can, of course, brute force these questionnaires. There's no penalty for losing these if you get something wrong. You just have to start again. General thing about Mega Man Battle Network's 1's endgame, or I keep calling it endgame, it's the post-game. Of course, I've already done a vast majority of the post-game, because most of it was that back end of the undernets. That was really annoying to get through and had all those gated requirements. So that's done. I got a big part of it done. The other big part is getting all but one of the battle chips in the library. There are 175 total, you gotta get 174. So that, you know, includes all 3 versions of every Navi chip, which is a pain. I did not show really any of the chip grinding, other than just, you know, some of the fights I did beforehand, some of the fights I will do, will count towards that. But you don't have to worry about me getting the fucking 2 and 3 chips for every boss. It can be kind of annoying, especially since some of them offer money instead of the chip when you win. It sucks. And let's see, I will be showing some of the trades. I think I show all of the trade characters, but not necessarily the trades themselves. The one trade I never did is the one person who wants all of those escape chips for the, I think, Night Sword. Because I can get those normally, it's fine. But there are some very important trades that if you don't want to spend forever in the chip trader, you're going to want to do those. In addition, the 2 secret bosses, in addition to having their own, 1, 2, 3 chips, also have a special chip that they can drop that has some kind of special effect.
Great.
Yeah. Thankfully, the chip trader did help with at least one of those. But yeah, let's see. What else is there to mention off the top of my head? Really, it is pretty much just gathering chips. You can, of course, upgrade Mega Man to his fullest. You don't actually need to, but it will help you live. So, I don't know. You should find HP up memories and power-ups for yourself. So, I managed to find all of the HP memories that, don't, or that aren't associated with shops, on camera, other than 2 of them, which I will show off now. They are in the school and the waterworks. Future me will handle that. I got screenshots of those. By the time I realized I was missing those 2, I was kind of ahead in footage anyway, and didn't really have a convenient cut point, so I just said, fuck it. I'll just show you pictures of those. Thankfully, I didn't forget any of them on networks, because that would have sucked. Oh yeah, and of course this should go without saying, but I absolutely cheated and gave myself unlimited money to buy all of the power-ups and HP memories, because fuck, you need so much money to get those. It is ridiculous.
Wow. Cheating to give yourself unlimited money in a Let's Play. I can't believe you would do that.
It's so shameful. This is the first time on this channel that's ever happened.
And it's definitely not hypocritical of me to criticize you for it. Anybody that posts a link to the Yakuza video where I do that will be banned.
What if I do it?
I said what I said.
Unity. Can't ban me for my own thread. There's also a thing that I actually missed in game. that unfortunately I can't go back to get because there's a very specific period where you can do it. Once you do the whole Color Man scenario, if you immediately go to Yai's house, she'll give you 10,000 Zenny, for the birthday present, because that was the plot of that arc. But yeah, unfortunately, I did miss the time period where I could do that. And yeah, I didn't know it was there until I checked out side quests. There's another quest that I will be showing that will actually give you a whole lot of money that I don't think really activates until near the end game, and unlike the Yai thing, you can't miss it, which is good. So, I guess next off I should mention, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'm not going to do the PA combos. There's already videos of those on YouTube as it is, and it's a pain to do those. Like, you have to have the chips in the first place, and then on top of that, you just have to go into random battles and hope you get the combination of chips you need just to show them off. Thank you to whoever has done that work already. You're great. But yeah, I won't bother. There are some, interesting combos that I will mention because they're not, the same chips in alphabetical order. There's Pure Cannon, which is Shotgun, Crossgun, Spreader, and M Cannon. All of them have to have a K code. There's Big Straight, which I'll never use, which is Punch, Ice Punch, and Dash with the B code. Apparently it just does 250 damage for an entire row, which is pretty good. Heavy Stamp, which is Gaia's 1, 2, 3, and Quake 3. They all have C code. Bloodsuck, which is Drain 1, 2, 3, and Wave, all of them A. And then there's Storm, which is Typhoon, Hurricane, Cyclone, and Repair? Sure. They have to have the G code. There are also 3 Navi combos. Gutsman, Roll, and Proto Man are the initiators of that. For the Gutsman one, you need Metguard, Dash, and Gutsman together. For the Roll one, Barrier, Aqua Aura, and Roll. And for the Proto Man one, Fighter Sword, Knight Sword, Hero Sword, and Proto Man. The B versions of some of those chips are really hard to get. In fact, I think the Knight Sword... I forget which one, but I think one of those B sword chips are from the guy who wants all the escape chips. And apparently for the Proto Man one, while it is difficult to pull off, it does 400 damage to, I think, the entire field? I think it's just the entire enemy field. Now granted, fucking good luck getting that. Again, those are some rare chips to get in the first place, and that's, let's see, that's 4 chips, all on the same custom screen. I feel like the PA system is the main reason why, this game's whole system works the way it does. Because otherwise, the add function is really just kind of obnoxious to use. And hey, Sharkman.EXE, hooray! That is a really good chip. As we've seen Sharkman before, he's really good for a mega chip. And now he does even more damage. And he's an S-code. Amazing. Oh yeah, and I feel like this should be obvious, but if I haven't mentioned it already, the reason Proto Man's chip code is B is because, of course, in the Japanese version, his name is Blues.
Sometimes I feel like the Capcom of Japan is going out of its way to reference things that were changed in the US version.
I mean, he'd still be Blues.EXE in the Japanese version. So it would be a B chip code over there, and they didn't want to just change it to a P chip code when they were translating the game. It's not their fault that, Capcom of America, or whatever their translation team's called, decided, alright, let's change 2 of the musical references to non-musical references. Keep the rest in. Roll can still be roll, even though there isn't a rock pun there anymore.
What is she rolling? We'll never know.
Rolling start is Shin Daytona?
Keep rolling, rolling, what? Keep rolling.
Oh yeah, and even though Rush wasn't a Mega Man 1 character, Pop-Up is sort of like Rush, so hey, going back to the beginning of the game stuff. Rush is here, even though he shouldn't be.
Yeah, there he is. Oh no, Rush!
That's fine, that was a snake, nobody cares about that.
No, Rush is the snake in this version, I've decided.
Oh no. Why did you splice Rush and Snake Man together? So let's see, what other post-game stuff is there? I mean, at this point I'm really just fighting all of these, Navis. I think I've pretty much kicked all my friends' butts, though. I think I've done that. There he is, it's Proto Man 2, the sequel to Proto Man. What's in that Navi? My brother. Is Proto Man your dead brother, Chad? I don't think so. I don't think so? He isn't your dead brother, right?
I mean, I've only seen this one game. Anything could happen.
I'm going to be the spoil sport that says no, Navis aren't just all based on dead relatives.
I mean, how do you...
That's not the scene.
How do you show such a massive restraint to only pull that once?
They found a way.
That just reeks of something that, like, oh, that was a huge deal in the first game, but then they just do it every other game.
Alright, whose turn is it? Alright, male guess who had a sister that died?
Like how Fate only had one gender-swapped historical figure in the first game, and then just slowly added more and more and more until it's become absolutely fucking ridiculous.
People like cut anime babes, right? Okay, well, they're all hot sexies now. So I believe at this point I've gone off to do the side quest, which means I probably talked to that one guy who starts this quest earlier and didn't notice. Anyway, some guy's bank account got fucked up or something, and here's the guy who's doing it. He's throwing polar bears at us. Oh no! Whatever will I do? I'll shoot him with a gun. To be fair, they do survive gun pretty well.
I feel like that's probably a thing polar bears can do in real life.
I've never fought a polar bear, so hey, I can't dispute it. I've never fought a polar bear, and quite frankly, I don't plan on it. Oh, you know, now is probably a weird time to mention, but, I feel like a while back I said that you can have, like, unlimited mega chips in your folder. That was wrong. You can only do up to 5, as I discovered.
That's a lot to be wrong by.
Yeah?
If it was, like, 99 or something, then, you know, that's a reasonable mistake, but... Yeah, when I said you can carry as many as you find, I really only meant 5.
Well, I mean, in your like active folder, you can carry as many as you
okay.
in your pouch. That's fine. But yeah, that's their way to prevent you from being overpowered and just stopping time constantly. Weird that I never ran into that until now, though. Alright, so this kid wants 30 Met-Gardes. Fuck. That's a lot. It's not that hard to get them. You just have to fight beginning of the game Metars. And then you're good. This girl, what do you even want? You heard something amazing. It's what they teach 6th graders. Am I able to tell? Am I able to ask? Am I able to do the trade to get that now? That sucks. I mean, thanks for Shotgun K. If I was going to use that for the program advance you're about to talk about, I think. Or no, that's not even the same one. It's not even the same one. I think I said that's the one you need for Pure Cannon. Yeah, you need that for Pure Cannon. So if you are going after program advances, Pure Cannon is probably one of the easiest ones to do, but again, I can't be bothered. Here's Repair H. You need this for more trades. There is actually a very long line of chip trades you need to get one of the Buster chips, which is the one that changes what your Buster does. The guide I was using for the chip trades was, you know, it had everything on it, but I don't think it ordered them particularly well. So there's a little, I had to flip back and forth between them a little bit, but it still has all of them. So let me just see if I can find what the ultimate thing you can get is, because I don't think I get it on screen. I think I talked to the person who... Oh, I fucking forgot about this small child. Oh yeah, this is the fucking weird, drugged out child who wants the Pure Cannon chips for a Recover 300C. What the fuck is this?
What?
What is this?
Subculture are they going for?
Hippie, I guess.
Yes?
I can't. I'm not going to feel your... I don't even know what that is, but it's not good for you, child.
Yeah, it took me a while to link all those things to hippies, because it started, like... She just says, like, you dig, and I was just... What? Why are you talking like that? And then she started peppering likes. Like, is this supposed to be a Valley Girl? Even though Valley Girls don't really say you dig. But yeah, weird hippie child.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. What accent did she have in the Japanese version that just made them go, alright, well, we can't just do that. What do we do? Hippie, I guess. Alright, so let's see. So I think one of the Buster type chips, Buster Bomb D, is go to the storage closet at school, X panel 3. Oh, I'm going to take a quick break from that to say, this guy! You want to trade with this guy! I do this off screen because some of these chips are, you know, a little time consuming for me to get, but this guy gives you Wood Aura C, which Wood Aura is ridiculous to get. Wood Aura is the third version of those Aura enemies, so it's really hard to get a good rank against them in the first place, because, you know, the way they fight, they just have the barriers up, they take a while to kill, and even if you do manage to get a good rank, they are very stingy on their drop rates. In fact, I'm going to look up the drop rate real quick. I want to see what even is the drop rate on that thing. Because when I was trying to do that one without the trade, I was getting just the fire auras instead. Alright, so yeah, 3.125% chance at rank 9, 25% chance at rank 10, and 50 at rank S. But, like, good luck fighting Megalion and getting an S rank against it, because that's ridiculous. Like, typically they appear with other aura enemies, which means you just have a battle full of enemies you can't do damage to until you damage their barriers. Also, I think Wood.EXE is just a better code than the one you would get naturally if anybody could have the luck needed to get it, which is F. Which isn't a bad code, but still. Wood.EXE is just stupid difficult to get. I don't know why they did it like that. Alright, so let's see. Buster Punch you get from a guy who wants our Howitzer H in the restaurant. Got that. Buster Bomb. Curly Office. That's the Dynawave one. Okay, that's right. So, the X Panel 3 that I mentioned earlier, X Panel 3S is the one you trade for Buster Bomb. So yeah, that's the end of... Oh, did I actually show that? Okay, no, I don't think I did. Also, please be my friend. Okay, so I did get it. Alright, good. Okay, so I got the X Panel 3. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so I'm getting my wires mixed up now.
I'm gonna be honest, I may have checked out as soon as you started rambling off chip names.
Fair. Yeah, like I said, this guide is a little bit confusingly written. Okay, yeah, that's why. Okay, I would like to specify the way the guide writes this. A girl in the ACDC Metro Line station near the end of the game trades you the X Panel 3S you need for Buster Bomb, trade for Hammer M, which comes from the above trade. Please just order them normally. Alright, so I guess they did show that off. Alright, so... Hey, question past me. What fucking trades did you do off screen? Did I just not save or something? Because I'm looking down this list and I got everything else on here other than that, Wood.EXE. I got that one later, but whatever. Yeah, here's Buster Guard A. That's a shield for your Buster in case you want that for some reason. Alright, so I think that's all the trades. That's the side quest done. I think at this point I'm just going to be combing the net for all of the secret bosses at this point. Oh, and in addition to secret bosses, of course, there's also the bosses that are on the internet, which I have yet to fight. We'll be seeing them as well. So yeah, we're going to the Scilab, which means... Oh, I guess, yeah, okay, I did this first because I forgot it earlier. Now, we got Buster Punch. Okay, so, with that done, we're going to move on to the Dad Network. Alright, so yeah, as I've said before, Dad Network is pretty much the best shortcut in the entire game. It is the best way to just hop on over to the Undernet, which we're going to be going to. Dad's Lab now! Alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to mention before we hop on. Well, I should mention, while you don't need to max out Mega Man, one of the secret bosses you do need Mega Man to be level 70 or higher, and for the other secret boss you need at least 140 chips in the library. And then, of course, as I've mentioned before, the last secret boss is you need 174 chips. Level doesn't matter, but in order to get to that point, you do conceivably need to be at least level 70, or maybe you just get really lucky with a chip trader, but I can't suggest that. That's a pain to do. Alright, so one more time through the Undernet, which, as I've mentioned before, just looks like the rest of the internet. The other games go out of their way to give you, like, new areas to explore, and, like, new-looking areas, I should mention as well. I mean, layouts are important, but aesthetic design is also important.
What, you're not a fan of 30 rotating E's in the background?
I'll tell you, I loved it when I first saw it, but it does get tiring when it's the only thing you ever see on the internet. So yeah, same song, which is same background. And I forget if I've mentioned this in this episode or not, but none of the bosses have dialogue. They just appear. So if you're a fan of talking, fuck you.
Web surfing, Fafnir.
Web surfing. Web surfing, Loka. Oh god, this all feels like such an afterthought, just from the, like, gates that, once again, I should mention, I've done before, and I'm so glad to have out of the way. I'm so glad I don't have to do these now, on top of everything else, but yeah. There's a reason this took me months. It wasn't because I was, you know, getting challenged or anything. It's just because it fucking takes me a while to want to do this. Well, not want to, that's the wrong word. I just need to get myself to be able to do it. So, anyway, Bomb Man's actually kind of tough, I will say. One thing about his behavior, I feel like any time you destroy his bombs without him kicking any, he'll just, like, summon and kick them immediately, just out of petty spite. So he actually gets faster if you try to cut him off. Will we see that right there? Who knows? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't remember what I did for this fight. Okay, so yeah. Oh, bombs appear immediately. He didn't kick, though, but I think that's because he was just, he had gotten knocked back. Or stunned, rather. Words. So yeah, pretty much as always, like with the first time we did this boss, Bomb Man's mainly tough because he can just cut off so much of your workspace. You've got a 3x3 grid, and if I remember correctly, he does have area grab that he won't use unless you use it. He'll just use that as a counter like Proto Man does. But yeah, with mines and the way his bombs work, he can really corner you and just blow your entire ass up. Just the whole thing. It's so rude like that. Alright, and there's Bomb Man B. I also remember, I think I should clarify, I didn't necessarily get this wrong, but I don't think I quite worded it well enough. The V3 versions of the Nobbies will only hang around, like, the portion of the internet you fought the V2 version in. I don't think I made that clear beforehand. Alright, so, here is Pharaoh Man, one of the secret bosses. He's the one you need Mega Man to be level 70. Much like Bomb Man, he is extremely good at zoning you. So let's try to get revenge. This, of course, is, you know, that rat bomb ability we saw from the rat enemies, and there's Pharaoh Trap. If you step on that, he'll fuck you up in an attack that's very hard to dodge, so don't step on that panel now. Thankfully, this being the V1 version of Pharaoh Man, he's actually pretty easy. With more HP, Pharaoh Man can actually be a menace. So, yeah, that's Pharaoh Man. His other battle chip, of course, is the one, the only, Anubis. This is where you're supposed to get Anubis. But I didn't. We all know what Anubis does by now. Anubis is powerful. It has no weaknesses. It's perfect. And of course, worth noting, Pharaoh Man is from Mega Man 4. Alright, so let's get to the other side of the internet, where we'll have some other net battles, including one of the secret bosses. And really the other secret boss as well. But hey, here's a not-so-secret boss. It's Magic Man V2.
I forgot about this guy.
There he is, his weird-ass nose beard. So yeah, as always, his whole deal is summoning enemies. He does have some defense other than the enemies themselves acting as meat shields, in that he will sometimes teleport, but otherwise he will just stick to the one panel in the back, so he's a slightly more advanced number man. Alright, now I want to clear these guys out. Oh dear. Well, I guess now I can just put Anubis anywhere. Now it doesn't matter, because it won't interfere with a summoning circle. I completely forgot, oh wait, no, that's not Magic Man with, area grab. That's why I didn't remember that, because it's a falsehood. That was just the sword enemy doing that, because sword enemies are jerks. Oh no, Anubis! My strategy! I thought you had no weaknesses! Anubis' only weakness, being killed. Alright, let's see if this takes him out. It cannot. At least it does 100 damage. Thank you for that, Stone. Oh wait, nope, the first volley of rocks must have hit him and I didn't notice. Anyway, here's Magic Man M.
Now we can send him back to Shovel Knight.
Where you belong. No, but really, good on you, Magic Man. Magic Man is actually a robot master in the series, though you might not have heard of him because he's not on the mainline series of games.
Is he in one of the Game Boy exclusives?
Not quite the Game Boy exclusives, but technically Game Boy Advance exclusives. Oh, hi, Magic Man! Didn't we just run into you? I'm pretty sure we just saw you there. Why are you back already? You scamp.
Try to understand.
The fucking pilot song lied to me. You're not just on your pillow in the morning, light. Thankfully I actually got a really good chip loadout this time, so just stab him again. Thank goodness I hit the main body of that guy, and we're done. Alright, there's Magic Man a second time. And hey, we got Magic Man 3, so I need to do worse at that battle. But that'll be for a later day, because we're not fighting him a third time. Alright, what is behind this pin door? That's a power-up I could have gotten a lot earlier. So yeah, this is the point at which I will start upgrading Rapid, and oh hey, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't catch this on film, but I did get a screenshot of it. I did catch when Mega Man was at level 69, so nice. There you go. Alright, which area is this? I think this is 15, I think this is the second to last area. I don't know, it all looks the same. Actually, no, I think I do recognize this layout by now. This is Internet Area 15. This is how long I spent here grinding for chips. I actually recognize an internet area. And yeah, there I just decided to let the dog go. I didn't need his chip. He can live, it's fine. No blood should be spilt on this day. Alright, so next secret boss is down this way, and it is Shadow Man. So you did actually guess one of them right.
Nice.
So Shadow Man, not quite as much into zoning you as the previous bosses have been. However, he does really like making you work to dodge his attacks. Let's see a shuriken from him. Yeah, so he throws real fast and he throws 3 shurikens in a row. Of course, he also has the shadow clone thing going on for him. I've limited his attack space for now, which is nice. That attack is nothing. And yeah, he also sometimes uses that as a counter, I think. But sometimes he just does that as a normal attack. Actually, I think the explosion attack might be more dangerous if he has clones out. I don't remember off the top of my head because I did not want to let him do that. But yeah, Shadow Man is actually pretty beefy for just a V1 Navi. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to be using area grab. He does have the ability to float, though. So that broken space on his side of the field does not matter. So yeah, if he doesn't have area grab, limiting his space could be very useful, but I didn't need to do it that much. So, for beating Shadow Man, you get Shadow Man.EXE, which is a very good attack. He will throw 3 shurikens, which do a pretty good amount of damage. It's good for multiple enemies or single targets. And, since he's about to interrupt me a second time, I can describe his other chip. So his other chip is Muramasa, which is a chip that increases in power the more damage you've taken, so it can actually be pretty powerful. I did actually get Muramasa in some unsuccessful chip trader save scumming attempts, so I had seen Muramasa before this, but I did need to get Muramasa legit. Unlike Anubis, which I absolutely saved scum to get, because it's too useful. Muramasa's not useful for me, though, because, you know, I don't get hit. That's my thing. But yeah, Shadow Man.EXE, of course, is a really good chip code, has a lot of good synergy with everything ever. A lot of chips have the S code, like Stone Man, for example. But yeah, Shadow Man is versatile, which means he can be good against, again, as I've said before, multiple enemies or bosses. I think, and I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, I think the V3 version of his chip does 90 damage per shuriken, so, you know, 90 damage 3 times over. This is pretty good! Against a single target, that is, I think, the most damage a Mega Chip can do. So, with that done, let's just check out Mega Man as he is now. Let's check out the save. This is my progress. And now, let's check out the library forward in time after I have grinded. It took so long, but it's done. All but one of the chips, which is actually pretty far down the list. It's number 127. It's located after all of the Aura chips, which is, that's interesting, and it's the last chip before all of the Mega chips. So, with 174 chips collected, I will mention, you don't really need to care about what armor you're using, because the secret boss, of course, does not have an element. In fact, he does a fuck ton of damage no matter what, so just don't get it. So yeah, Mega Man fully upgraded. And as I've said before, no secret bosses have dialogue, so the secret boss is just sort of here. Also, yeah, look at that Zenny count. So, the secret boss is in a random battle in Internet Area 16, so save your game and start walking. And if you're not killed by one of the viruses on the way, after collecting a pretty nice set of chips, actually, Night Sword C is not half bad for just a random mystery data, but it's not mystery data we're after, so hey, perhaps certain coward should show his face so we can actually get this done and over with. 5,000 Zenny, I don't need that anymore. So yeah, as I've said before, good grinding spot. And eventually, we will find...
Once you get all these item boxes.
Bass.EXE! So, Bass here has a aura similar to the Life Virus, it's the Life Aura, however, he can't respawn his. Bass is very fast, very dodgy, however, he's kind of nothing in this game. 1,000 HP isn't half bad, however, one of his attacks actually sticks him in place and is charged. And the thing is, Bass is weirdly susceptible to being stunned. Yeah, his charge attack only does that as well, which I feel like is even weaker than the lock-on enemies. So yeah, we're just gonna use Anubis and wipe the floor with Bass. He may be dark and mysterious, but unfortunately, Battle Network 1 is not really kind to its biggest challenges, because they're not big challenges. That being said, though, I do like Bass's look here, but also I do think Shadow the Hedgehog is cool, so, you know, take my opinions with a grain of salt. I'm still 13 years old.
All hail Bass, heroes rise again.
Alright, and he's done. There is no upgraded version of him or the Life Virus. Thankfully, you get Life Aura from him as long as you bust well enough. Either I didn't do quite as well as I could have, or he's treated as a virus. But for beating him, you get the Life Aura chip, which is just a shield with 100 damage. One thing I didn't mention about auras as opposed to barriers, if you lose your barrier, you can actually still flinch if you get hit hard enough. Even if you lose an aura, you won't flinch most of the time. And quite frankly, even if it's not a great code, 100 damage aura is really good, so hey, if you get that in your chip rotation, congrats! Very few things will hurt you anymore. But yeah, really Bass's huge thing is that he's quick, and his attacks do hurt quite a bit if they hit you, but he really doesn't have enough HP to weather a good chip deck, and mine's not even the best. But yeah, that's all 3 of the secret bosses. With Bass finished, we are done with post-game stuff, which means we're done with Battle Network 1. So yeah, without any dialogue whatsoever, no lead up to anything, it is kind of an anticlimax.
Like, imagine if the boss fight against Culex in Super Mario RPG was like that.
You just find him wandering around and he's just sort of there. But yeah, I guess anticlimax or no, we're done. But since it's still a little too early to bed, we'll end this in the same way the main game ends this. Jack in, Mega Man transmits. Until next time.
Now Mega Man is in you, the viewer's computer. You fool!
You fell for it, you fool!